Welcome out here to the girls varsity matchup between the Civic Generals and the Sheldon Orabs. We're just under a minute in, and Sheldon is currently going to get a jump ball, so that's going to lead to Generals getting possession. Coming into tonight's game, the Orabs are 6-10, and the Generals are 0-16. So Generals definitely looking to get that first win of the season. Number 11 for the Orabs, Brooklyn Grady is going to bring the ball up. Number 45, Emily Mayer, gets a shot up for the Orabs. Looked like some deflection there. It's going to be Orab ball out of bounds. Pass inside, back to Mayer, and that's 2 shots. Foul is going to be on number 23 for the Orabs. Or no, 23 for the Generals, Kelly Greenfield. Coming into tonight's game, Mayer for the Orabs is shooting 37% from the line, but she's going to make both of those, extending the Orabs lead to 4-0. Newcaster's pass over to Richardson is deflected by number 21, Cassidy Bart. Cassidy Bart going to bring the ball up, pass it over to number 33 in the corner, but before the pass back right to Bart up on top. She drives down inside, gets the layup. Not going to get that one to fall, but Mayer with a nice putback for the Orabs. Ariana Newcaster for the Generals trying to bring the ball up. Pass down inside to Greenfield is deflected and stolen by the Orabs. Then number 11 Grady is going to be able to put that basket in. Nice passing by the Orabs there, able to get a fast break layup. Richardson, in a lot of traffic, throws the ball away, and it's going to lead to another turnover. This time, Bart's layup is going to get deflected. And that's going to lead to it being General's ball out of bounds. Block going to take the ball in for the Generals. Now, Newcaster in a lot of traffic finds Greenfield. And now the Generals have broken that press.
Shot goes up, no good. Orabs pass it down the court. Station there for the jump ball. Looks like it will stay Orabs ball. Some subs coming in for both teams here. Pass down low. Shot made by number 23. Cindy Olsen. Greenfield is shot, no good. Block with the rebound, and the putback is good. Orabs. Cassie Bart with the shot. No good. Generals with the rebound.
Generals doing a lot better, I think, early on in this game of breaking the press, something that they've struggled with a little bit this season. So maybe some good signs for them looking for their first win here. There's going to be a charge called against the Orabs away from the ball. And that's going to get the Generals the possession again. Again, facing a 2-2-1 press. And there looks like almost break it. Richardson throws a pass into traffic, and that's going to get the ball stolen.
Right over Wagner's head there, goes out of bounds and will be Generals' ball.
Yeah, Generals need to be careful. They keep passing the ball into traffic. So it'd be beneficial. Try and look for the open man more, because they've had a lot of turnovers in this past minute here.
Download to Freeman.
Generals really pressuring the ball.
Richardson with a good tip there. Noonkester with a grab. The drive down the court. Two is good.
There you go. Just what the Generals needed, and now they only really have a 4-point deficit to deal with here.
You can see that start off in the game, Generals showing a lot of aggression compared to past games that they've shown.
Newcastle looks like she's pointing at her eye. Might have gotten poked on that last play when she was going up for a layup. Not good news for the Generals, as Newcastle is probably one of their better ball handlers, and definitely their point guard. They're gonna take a timeout to make sure she's all right. Yep, General's going to take a timeout there. So we got 3 minutes left in the first quarter in the Generals, with a very manageable deficit, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely tell just watching previous games compared to this game. Generals coming out a lot hotter, with a lot more aggression than they have in past games, and maybe looking for their first win of the season. Coming in this game, Generals 0-16, but Orab 6-10. Generals might take this opportunity to possibly pick up their first win.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons that the Generals have seen some struggles this season is due to how young their team is. For the Generals, they only have one senior, one junior, and one sophomore currently on the roster. Everybody else is a freshman, I think. Oh, no, they do have Sitlali Ortiz. She is also a junior. Doesn't see much playing time, though.
Noonkester pass over to Richardson. Skip pass to Boss. Looks like Boss will fall over there looking for a jump ball, but will get called for a travel.
That travel call goes when your feet leave the ground, right? Or I think it's when your feet leave the ground, if you had possession of the ball then, or if you drag your feet in any way. It's gonna lead to that travel being called.
Out of bounds, a nice tip by the Orabs. Orabs a tight D there. Greenfield nowhere to go. Pass out to Boss. Boss up for three, and it's good.
Generals now have nipped that lead down to 3 with that possession. Great news for them. Hopefully they can keep playing good defense here.
Grady up with the shot, and it's good.
The Orabs able to answer the Generals' 3 shooting ability. Coming into tonight's game, the Generals have taken 133 threes compared to the Orabs, who've taken just over twice as much with 289. Both teams shooting in the mid-20s for percentage. The Generals 23% and the Orabs 29%. So not too much different in ability to shoot threes, at least from the stats. It's going to be an open shot from the elbow for number 51 on the Orabs. No good.
Bart's going to drive in. Goes up, shot, no good.
Generals have got to box out Meyer. She's just too tall for them to not box her out.
Generals fouling that play. Fouls on number 32, Abby Boss. That is her first foul of the night. Team's second foul for the half.
Another shot by number 51 for the Orabs. That one's going to rattle out as well.
Nuncaster will get that rebound there. Get over half court, but gets stolen. Cassidy Bart goes up for the shot, gets fouled on her way up by number 11, Sydney Richardson. Shot goes in, and she'll be shooting 1 from the line.
Yeah, I think on that last possession, Nuncaster fell into the deadly trap of the 2-2-1 press, which was just going into the corner beyond half court. And I think she recognized it, tried to make a pass, and props to the Orabs for getting a deflection, and then it's leading to their free throw opportunity here.
Bart's shot is good. Bart shooting 52% for the free throw line coming in this game.
Another tip. Good aggression by Bart. It's not going to pay off this time.
Looks like there will be a push called there. Push is called on number 11, Brooklyn Grady. That's her first foul of the night. Team's third foul for the half.
Ekoff not too happy with that call. He wanted that and one.
Pass down to Block. Block kicks out to Boss. Tries to go around the defender, but gets stolen.
Very open 3 there by number 11, Brooklyn Grady.
Meyer with the rebound and the putback.
We've seen the Orabs already taking quite a few really open threes. General's got to be careful not to get pinned down in that zone for sure. But anyway, that's going to wrap up the first quarter. The Generals score 9 and the Orabs score 20.
Got to give it to the Orabs here. They're really showing a tight D, aggressive D throughout this whole game. Not only on their press, but also on the defensive side. Giving Generals basically no room to make passes a lot of times, making Generals force passes, causing turnovers.
Yeah, definitely. In just those last few minutes, the Orabs went in an 8-0 run. And that's definitely not what the Generals wanted to happen. They were within 3 points. Just what was it?
9-12.
9-12 was 2.5 minutes ago.
That 8-0 lead definitely got them up, is what they needed to get up 11 points, which they're standing at now.
For as much pressure as they're under to try and get this win, the Generals have come out pretty calm, I think, in the first quarter. A little bit more relaxed. Let's see if they're able to keep that composure, because I think that's going to be a key for helping them stay in this game.
Greenfield's going to drive down low, go for two, and it's good.
Yeah, that's the first time we've heard from Greenfield this game. She comes in tonight's game the leading scorer for the Generals. So it's a good sign for them to immediately open up with a basket and with Greenfield also getting on the board.
With Meyer down low a lot of time for the Orabs. Tall player for the Orabs, creating it hard oftentimes for Greenfield to get a shot. Seen a double team multiple times on Greenfield when she gets the ball down low as well. So haven't had much opportunity to get those down low shots.
Yeah, Meyer is the 6'1", whereas Greenfield is 5'11", so definitely a little bit of a height advantage. On the line is going to be Abby Boss for the Generals.
First shot is good.
Coming into tonight's game, Boss is shooting at 58% from the free throw line.
Second shot will also fall.
Generals really pressuring down low, but it's going to lead to a wide open three. Fortunately for them, that one's not going to fall. Shot was taken by number 15, Mackenzie Wagner. Greenfield gets her own rebound, goes up with it, and draws the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for the Generals' leading scorer.
Coming in this game, shooting 60% from the line. Fouls on number 23, Sydney Olson. That is her second foul on the night. Team's 5th foul for the half.
Throughout this season, Greenfield has done a great job of being aggressive, though. She leads the Generals in free throws attempted, which is really, I think, showing her aggressive nature down low, going up for shots.
Yes, Generals sitting at 22% from the three-point. Definitely relying on down low a lot of the time for a place to get points, and Greenfield has really held up to that as an opportunity for points.
Yeah. Lots of pressure on the ball there by the Orabs. And that's going to lead Greenfield to throw it away to number 21, Bart.
Orabs up with the three, no good.
Good hustle by Block.
Nice save.
Play.
Lancaster looking down low to Greenfield, but loses her footing and will get called for a travel.
Number 33, Michaela Klein-Hessling on the line for the Orabs. Coming into tonight's game, she's shooting 57.8% from the free throw line. She gets the first one to drop. And the second one as well. That's going to extend the Orabs lead out to 12 points. Current score is 25-13, and a nice steal by number 11. Orabs, they're getting those steals, but they're not traveling very fast with the ball, which is
right in this situation, not quite fast enough. Station was able to sneak up behind her, tip it out of her hands before she was able to get the shot off down low.
And that's not the first time. I think Noonkester also made it back to contest a stolen shot. So So good job by the Generals of hustling back, but maybe taking advantage of the Orabs, which might be a little bit slower, I don't know, movement with the ball.
Timeout called in Generals.
Generals are currently outscoring the Orabs this quarter. It's 5-3. Or no, 5-5. So it's tied. He's kept up with them. It's gonna be Generals ball. Greenfield taking the ball in for the Generals.
Station down low to block. Blocks goes to the other side, goes up for a no good.
It was a really nice move, just a little bit too low on the hook shot. Gonna get deflected off the rim.
Klein Hensink drives in, but gets tipped by the Generals.
Man, Cassidy Bart for the Orabs has just hustled a ton this game. She has to have it at least 3 steals. And then she's going to get rewarded with a 3 there. So very, very impressive performance so far for her. She has 6 points on the game. Generals need to find a way to get Greenfield involved in the game. She is their leading scorer, and right now they need some points. So maybe be looking for Coach Ecoff to set up a play for Greenfield to score.
Right, both Olsen and Meyer on the Orabs, 2 very tall post players. For Sheldon, holding a tight D against the post for the Generals, making it harder for them to get low shots as they're usually counting on during a lot of the game. Meyer shots up, no good though.
Generals doing a little bit better job of rebounding here in the second quarter so far. They get the ball down inside. They're going to reverse over to Richardson before passing it inside to Greenfield. That's a matchup she wanted against a little bit shorter player, number 51 for the Orabs, but isn't able to get the basket to fall.
No box out there for the Generals. Orabs were able to get a rebound. Get another shot up. Three's no good. And not only have we seen lots of 3 action from the Orabs so far this game, but also down low with those tall players that they have. They've been given lots of opportunities for down low shots as well.
Yeah, Mayer has been doing a great job with putbacks. Boss not going to be happy with that call. But play moves on, and it's going to be a substitution. The Orabs are going to take number 21, Bart, out. The Generals also going to make some substitutions of their own as Huff and Richardson take a seat. What were we talking about? Threes.
Threes and low shots.
And low shots. Yeah, I was going to say that Meyer has been doing a great job of getting those putback shots and really forcing the Generals to box her out. While they've done a better job this second quarter, her presence is still definitely there. And so the Generals having to box her out, maybe opening up some other opportunities for some of their other players to go in there for a chance for a putback.
lots of Generals there for the rebound. After a few tips, we're able to recover it.
Station gonna take a three. Sinks that one. That is her first made three of the season.
Grady with a nice rebound there for the Orabs. Nice baseline drive by Wagner looking out, but shot does not drop for Van Meeteren.
Yeah, they had a few chances, but were not able to answer the Generals' three-point shot by Station.
Station down low to block just underneath the basket, too far.
She just seems to be getting a little bit too far under the basket when she's trying to take her shots. She's been able to get up with the ball. It's just she's been a little bit too far under the basket.
Yes, with the Orabs defenders, it seems like they're just pushing her further and further underneath just to prevent her from getting that shot off far enough away from the basket to get a good angle to make it drop. Nice save there by Bart into Van Meeteren, and the shot will be good.
Again, another hustle play by Bart. She's had a ton of steals. She's had 2 threes, I believe, and then has just been playing some really aggressive defense and getting a lot of tips. So she's been a lot of the reason that the Orabs, I think, have been able to pull ahead thus far in this game.
Grady's going to drive in. No good. Station there for the rebound.
Another tip there by Bart.
On Hessig shots, no good. Bart from deep. Excuse me, Grady from deep, no good.
Another rebound by the Orabs. The Generals have got to get this rebound.
Bart with a three. Down low to Greenfield. Greenfield's shot is good. That's the type of shots that Generals usually have opportunities for. We're able to get that one open. Three is no good by Grady there to end the third quarter. Current score 18-33. Generals now down by 15 points. First quarter ended 9-20. 18-30. 11-point deficit for the Generals now. 18-33. 15-point deficit. But seeing hustle from the Generals continuing through this half, but Orabs answering back with a tight D.
If we look at the Generals, they're actually shooting a pretty good field goal percentage. They're shooting 50% or 50% from three and 45% from regular field goal. And on the other side, Sheldon has been shooting only 33% from three and 35% from field goal. So I think it's really been those rebounds that have made a big difference. So we'll have to see if the Generals are able to climb back in this game, if they're able to get those rebounds. But that's all for the second half. We're gonna wrap it up here, and stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the second half of the girls' game. Generals will be starting off this half with the ball. Orabs with a nice drive there. Gets fouled on the way up. Shooting 2 from the line. Shooter is number 15, Mackenzie Wagner. Coming in this game, Wagner shooting 40% from the free throw line. Foul on that play was called on number 21, Ariana Noonkester. That is her first foul and the team's first foul for the half.
It's been a relatively clean game so far. The Generals coming into this half, each of the players on the court only having 1 foul, and the Orabs only have 2 players with a foul. So not many calls getting made. Not many calls that I think should be being made either. Just a pretty clean game so far.
Orabs swinging the ball around the top here. Down
nice.
Low to Meyer. Meyer's shot is good.
A really cleanly executed pick and roll there by the Orabs is gonna allow Meyer to be just wide open for that pass, and credit to I think it was Grady who made the pass.
Greenfield looking to drive around the player there. Gets called for a double dribble though. Orabs getting something set up here. Meyer out on the 3. Drives in, pulls up for 2, and it's good. Coming in this game, Meyer averaging 6.5 points per game. Currently sitting with 11 points. Goes out of bounds. Be General's ball still.
It seems like on defense the Orabs are doing a really nice job of, with help defense, doing what looks like a double team to whoever leaves the 3-point line. So that's really putting a lot of pressure on the ball from not only 1 but 2 defenders, and I think that's really making the Generals nervous with holding the ball and putting a lot of pressure on them to pass, which might be leading to some of the sloppier passes.
Nice 3 there by Bart. Team leading scorer at the moment with 12 points.
Greenfield in traffic, able to make that basket. That's going to give the Generals another 2 points. Currently down by 19.
Nice pass there. Down low to Meyer. Assisted by Grady. Was able to go right around the defender. Coming out to her. Nice tip there by Clint Hesselink. Tries to save it from going out of bounds, but just steps out of bounds.
Lots of substitutions there for the Orabs. Looks like a lot of younger players coming in.
Yes, Orabs having a larger bench, giving them the advantage of having more players fresh to come into the game, rested up, whereas Generals with the small bench that they have, not having as much opportunity for endurance throughout the whole game. Greenfield with a low shot is good.
The 3 from number 13, Reagan Freeman. One of those newer arrivals into the game. Reagan is a 5'5" junior for the Orabs.
Boss tries to skip past to Richardson. Tipped by Freeman. And will be fouled by number 11, Sydney Richardson on the Generals. That is her second foul in the night.
Orabs have been extremely explosive on offense already in this half. They scored 13 points compared to the Generals' 6, which is exactly what they wanted to do and exactly what the Generals did not want to happen. So Generals definitely needed to spark some more offensive production, and also they need to find a way to be able to shut the Orabs down on offense, which has been really difficult with all the variety of plays they've ran. A lot of pick and roll, a lot of screening up top. So Generals definitely gonna need to find a way to shut down this very hot Orab offense right now.
Looks like there'll be a foul called on the Generals. Kayla Block, her second foul of the night. Be Orab's ball. Nice tip there by Station.
Station with some good on-ball defense there. And that's gonna be a missed 3 for the Orabs now. Now number 21 for the Generals, Ariana Nooncaster, gonna bring the ball down. Ball gets inside to Greenfield. She's gonna dribble out a bit before taking a shot, and that is gonna be no good. Deep pass. Quick passing by the Orabs. It's a fast break, and that's gonna lead to the junior number 23, Sydney Olson, getting a nice shot from the block for the Orabs.
Yes, nice movement all the way down the court from Bart to Freeman all the way down to Olson. Be able to sneak it right down low. Get that basket to drop. Orab's ball now. Wide open 3. No good. Huff with the rebound, passes down to Greenfield. Greenfield stops. Bart with the hustle and the tip. She is fouled, is running down the court by number 11, Sydney Richardson for the Generals. Her third foul on the night.
Station looked like she was about to try and make a jump on that pass, but Freeman able to recognize that and does not throw the ball away.
The meter and drives in. Shot's no good though. You get that rebound tipped out of bounds by one of the Generals. three by Freeman is good.
It's going to be 6 points by Freeman on the game, both of them coming in the third quarter in the form of threes. Or all 6 of them coming in the third quarter in the form of threes.
Freeman currently sitting at 6 points right now this game. The junior coming this game averaging 4 points per game.
Newcaster bringing the ball to the floor for the Generals. Greenfield fakes a screen before getting the ball. They're going to get the ball down to Boss. Up with a shot. No good.
Tip by Olsen, goes out of bounds and will still be Generals ball. Boss with a shot, no good. Freeman pushing right down the course. Nice look as she gets double teamed. Pass over to Grady. She's able to get her shot to drop. Extending their lead to a 29-point lead. Nice block there by number 23, Olsen. The 6-foot junior for the Orabs.
Nice steal there by Grady. She'll go down the floor. She gets fouled on the play. The foul's going to be on didn't quite catch who the foul was on there for the
Number
Generals.
24.
Yeah, that's Station.
Grady, 66% from the free throw line coming in this game. Second shot will drop.
That's going to be a foul right off the inbounds pass. Starting to see a little bit more fouling here in the second quarter. Or in the second half, excuse me.
General's able to get the ball in. Last minute shot, no good. And that will draw an end to the third quarter of the girls' game. Current score 24-54. Orab's able to extend their lead to a 30-point lead. Orab's with the great defense and aggression all around that they've been showing throughout this entire game, extending it especially through the second half, able to get many steals, getting more shots off.
I definitely agree. The Generals also, on another note, really did struggle on offense in the final minutes there. In the last 4 minutes, the Generals did not score a single basket while the Orabs continued to score, and that has contributed to the lead that we're seeing right here, right now.
Yes. All around, Generals shooting 40% from the 2-point range, 40% from the 3-point range, 40% all around for the field goal, 50% from free throw. Sheldon, on the other hand, shooting 45% from the 2-point, 44% from 3-point, and 78% from the free throw range.
The major difference coming in the fact that the Orabs have shot 45 field goals as compared to the Generals 25 field goals, which is almost twice as many shot attempts. So that has definitely boosted their score up to what we're seeing. And now for the Generals, with only 8 minutes left, it's gonna be really difficult to come back from this deficit. So I think they've got to focus on getting what they can out of this game. learning how to stop these pick and rolls, maybe getting a few plays running on offense, and really using this as a way to improve as they move forward in the season with their next game against Okoboji this Friday. Greenfield gonna get fouled on that play.
Building off what you said earlier, Orab's really doing a great job today. On offense, they really show that they move the ball a lot, are constantly moving on offense, setting screens, rolling, setting screens, off ball screens, and getting whatever they can open for more shots. On those steals, they're constantly hustling down the court. In the second half, it seems like more than the first, and we're able to get quicker passes off, getting more shots available.
Yeah, I agree that they've had some really clean passes in fast break, and then their offense just seems really organized and really well done. Props to their coaching and to their players. Interesting that they are keeping the press on with the lead being what it is. We'll have to see how long that continues. Looks like they're backing out of it now. Lancaster passes the ball over to Boss. She looks inside, but another steal by 21. Cassidy Bart, excuse me.
Like you said, Cassidy Bart, really crucial player, seems like, to the Orabs, showing her hustle out there the entire game, making many crucial plays for them to be able to get more shots off. Ball's going to drive down low. Takes a hard hit there. Fouled by number 43, Simonson, on the Orabs. Shelby on the ground. Nooncastle taking the ball out for the Generals. Greenfield looking for the pull-up. Shot's no good, but tipped by the Orabs and will stay Generals ball.
Newcastle being extra careful not to touch it there.
Station looking to pass, but gets stolen by the Orabs. Orabs with a missed shot, but just rolls off of Block's head. Will stay Orabs ball.
Just over 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Orabs are setting up out of bounds. They're going to get a nice reversal around the arc. Really lots of ball movement, making the Generals zone have to shift quite a bit and creating a lot of openings. You can tell that the Generals are a little bit tired with their bench, I think.
Yes, many of the starters coming in this game will play practically the whole game, having the small bench that they do. Orabs with the luxury of having a larger bench. And really many players that can put just as well as effort as the starters that come into this game.
It's going to be the third foul on Block. I think it's that tiredness that is leading to a little bit slower rotation in the zone, which is really giving the Orabs a lot of openings to be able to drive in. Michaela Klein-Hessling shot those free throws, misses the second one. The Orabs do get the rebound, but an absolute rejection by Block is going to lead to it being Generals ball.
Boss tries to pass down to Greenfield. Greenfield drives in. Able to get that low shot. That's one thing we see out of Greenfield. Many of the games, once she's able to get the ball down low, she's able to push the defender back and get further towards the basket to be able to get a shot off.
Yeah, Greenfield, the only player on the Generals roster to be over into the double-digit zone. She has 14 points on the game. It makes up half of the Generals' 28-point total, as compared to the Orab's 58-point total. It's been a rough one. Again, it's really come down to the point differential, and especially this player in particular. If we had a player of the game award, I think we'd probably have to give it to Cassidy Bart for the Orabs. She's 3 for 4 from 3, and 1 for 4 from 2, giving her 12 points in the game.
Yeah, really overall a player that has given the Orabs many steals throughout the entire game. 7 of them. And 3 rebounds and assists. Just a really well put together game. And that doesn't even include all of the tips and other things. So a really, really impressive game for Bart here. Now with just under 5 minutes left, the General's gonna resume play. Orabs finding an open shot from Freeman. That one not gonna fall. She already had 2 threes this game at least, and can't get the third to drop. It's gonna be a little bit of a muffed pass there by Boss, leading to a turnover and shot by Madison Van Meeteren. Orabs holding that tight D. Timeout called. So the Generals with just under 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Currently down by 32 points.
Like I said at the beginning, not really a lead that seems too probable to be able to overcome, but definitely not a game to give up on. They've got a lot of time here to be able to play against a well put together offense and a solid defense for the Orabs. So some real time for these younger players in the Generals team to get some experience and be able to learn the ways of varsity basketball here. You might not see that experience pay off this season, but as these girls get older and they're joined by some of their younger peers, this Generals basketball team could turn out to be pretty good in the next coming years. Gonna be a foul on Block. I think her 4th of the game. It's gonna bring number 43, Michaela Simonson, to the line.
Also, Orabs showing a relatively young young team. Starting with 3 seniors, but having many players right off the bench that were able to put in a very good effort and contribution to the team as well. Having many juniors and sophomores as well as freshmen on the team that could contribute. Yeah,
it's been the bench players who have really allowed the Orabs to keep running the floor and get those fast break.
Right, upperclassmen starters, when they need a break, underclassmen were there right away to be able to replace them and take their place on the court and give just as good as effort.
And that's going to be another foul on block, and she should be her 5th of the game. She's going to foul out with 4 points. A difficult game for the Generals senior. Second shot is up and good for number 25, Ashley Brower on the Orabs. Newcastle going to drive in.
Fouled on her way up. By number 41, Kenna Klein-Hesslink. Newcastle shooting 77.8% from the free throw line coming in this game. Can't get the first one to fall.
Second shot is up and good for Newcastle. If not the best, one of the best shooters for the Generals, definitely.
Nice pass down low from Boss over to Greenfield. Able to spot that and go right around the defender.
Generals finally able to get a little bit of scoring in the fourth quarter.
Simonson fouled on her way up, shooting from the line.
Foul committed by Newcastle.
Simonson shooting 57% from the line coming in this game. Can't get her first one to drop. Not able to get her second one to fall either. Richardson gets a pass over the defender, but right over, Boss's head. Boss goes for a save, but it's turned over. Orabs get the turnover. It'll be General's ball.
And this could be another timeout for the Generals.
Currently down by 30 points. Just under 2.5 minutes left. Coming up this Friday, Orabs will be facing George Little Rock at Sheldon. Generals will be facing Okoboji at Okoboji. After this game, Generals current standing 0-17. Sheldon 7-10.
Generals looking like they're really trying to use this time to the best of their abilities. Really try to get some value out of these minutes. They're gonna be playing a lot of younger players again. Alexis Huff, Ariana Newcastle, and Ivy Boss, all freshmen. Alexis Huff, a player that we haven't talked about too much, in the absence of some of the the Generals players, like Jenny Quadros, Huff has really stepped up and put in some minutes, giving the Generals starters that valuable rest. Very aggressive pass there by the Orabs, but a good one nonetheless, and that's going to give number 41, Michaela Klein-Hesselink.
McKenna
Klein-Hesselink. Her first points of the game, yeah.
Station will be shooting from the line. Not able to get her shot off, but gets her own rebound. Greenfield driving in. Able to get her shot to fall.
It's going to bring her up to 18 points on the game.
Being her average of 12.9 points per game.
We got a minute 30 left here to go in the varsity girls game. The Orabs have done a pretty thorough job tonight. Played really good defense, really good offense, and just all around really good play. And they've gotten a lot of rebounds. That's something to watch, not only in this game but also in the boys game coming up. I think a trend that I've seen, the team that gets the rebounds is the team that scores the points. Because even with the Generals having a higher shooting percentage, even into the fourth quarter, that differential in field goal attempts has been absolutely huge, and that's something that I think the guys need to focus on going into their game, which is coming up. First shot is good for number 25, Ashley Brower. And
able to get her second shot to drop as well. She's there for the steal and the shot as well. Running clock now as the lead exceeds to 47 points. 37 points.
I was looking for a lot of cutters right now. They're going to find one. Station, it looked like she almost had a steal. Got a little bit too much contact on Haley Christians. That's gonna send her to the line, but time is probably gonna expire before. No, they're gonna let her shoot these last free throws. Should wrap up the game. Coming into tonight's game, she has not made a free throw yet. Let's see if she can snap that streak. She will not. Generals will not get the last shot, and that's going to be a pretty decisive win for the Orabs.
Final score 33-70. So Generals really came out with great aggression beginning the game, but Orabs were able to overcome that with tight defense throughout the whole game and lots of hustle seen, especially by Bart. And Generals really could use this as a push into the rest of the season, giving them more, showing them that the effort that they put in really did pay off in the beginning of the game. But Orabs able to take that win with the aggression that they're able to show and overcome the Generals
Yeah, they just struggled to keep pace a little bit, and I don't think their offense was able to match their defense as far as the Generals goes. They shot 42% overall, which is higher than their season's average, but just didn't get the field goal attempt numbers that they need.
That will draw an end to the girls' game, and we will catch you guys in a few minutes for the boys' varsity portion of tonight's stream. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Cheaton varsity boys versus the Sheldon varsity boys basketball game here tonight. Coming into this game, your starters, starting with the Orebs, will be number 1, Mitchell Wolf, number 10, Brennan Radke, number 12, Tyler Lodi, number 23, Luke Van Beek, and number 35, Marshall Klein-Hesselink. The starters for the Generals will be number 21, Lane Tangeman, number 22, Rylan Marco, number 23, Carter Brower, number 33, Grant Brower, and number 35, Caleb Mayer. As for the records of the teams, Generals coming into this game are 7-8, while the Orebs are 4-11. Generals and the Orebs have played each other earlier this season. That game ended up being a win for the Generals. Score was 57-37. Generals are on the longest dry spell of this season so far, and really looking to pull out that win tonight to end that. And we'll just see how the game turns out here. Tip-off's going to be Generals ball. Tangeman going to bring it up for the Generals. Start off the game, Generals going to be passing around the outside of the arc there. Tangeman cutting down low. Reynolds going to go into the middle. Going to get a travel going into the middle there. Orebs going some cross-court passes, going to get stolen by Carter Brower. General's going to go back to their side. Mayer going to drive in. Goes up with it. That'll be 2 for the Generals by Caleb Mayer. Generals trapping number 10, Radke, down low. Orebs ball down at their hoop. Going to go around the outside. Number 12, Lodi, going to bring it on the outside. Orbs looking for some kind of option. Number 23 going to drive in with it. No good. Getting his own rebound there. Up again. That one's going to go in for number 23 Van Beek. Brower with the corner shot is going to be, it's going to fall a little short there. Number 12 Lodi going to bring it up again. Orbs look like they're going to go for that shot there with number 10, Radke. Radke with a shot there. That's going to be 3 for Sheldon. Orbs come out of the gate strong tonight with some shots. Carter Brower going to drive in. Be contested down low. Going to be Orbs' ball. Number 10, Radke with the corner shot. Going to fall short for him. Going to be covered by number 23, Van Beek. Back out to Radke. Radke over to Lodi. Shot goes up by number 23, Van Beek, and that one's going to be good. Another 3 for the Orbs. If Generals want to pull through, they might need to start closing off those shooters on the outside. Grant Brower with the 3 from the corner. Nice little 3 by Brower there. Generals with an effective press there, slowing the ball down quite a bit on the Orab side. Lodi going to go down to number 35. Klein Hesselink with it, but he's not going to be able to get it up there. Shot goes up by Carter Brower. Fall a little short there. Back over to Brower. Brower over to Tangeman. Subs going in for the Orabs. Going to be number 3, Trey Edema, and number 33, Ty Sudbeck. Brower's going to inbound it there. General's passing around the outside. Marco's going to drive in. Go back out to Carter Brower. Carter Brower goes up with a shot. That one's going to be good for Carter Brower. Jen's really putting the pressure on him with that press. Carter Brower with a corner shot. Ball short for him, recovered by Grant Brower. Grant Brower back up with it. Nice little pit in by Grant Brower. Jen was trapping number 33 Sudbeck down there. It's going to be timeout Orabs. Stands right now. Score is Generals 10, Orabs 8. For those of you just tuning in, right off the start of the game there, Orabs kind of pulled ahead with some shots from the outside, but Generals answered right back with some tough D and a really good press. Back out here, Lodi's going to cast it off to Wolf. Over to Van Beek.
General's doing a pretty good job of doing that 2-man trap press there. Orab's still able to get the ball across half court though.
Over to Van Beek down in the corner. Van Beek's going to go across. Over to Lodi. Lodi up with a shot. Rings out of there.
Number 23, Carter Brower for the Generals with the rebound.
Carter Brower going to go over to Grant Brower. Grant Brower with a little pump fake there. Out to Marco out to Tangeman. Carter Brower's going to drive in. Maybe looking for some kind of pass there. Just teammate wasn't there for him. Gonna be Orab's ball.
Generals again with that press.
Being really effective, really slowing down the ball, really putting the pressure on the Orabs.
Absolutely.
Orabs going around the outside again. Look for that cut, and they find it with number 33. The 2 for the Orabs by number 33, Sudbeck. Brower down at the corner. They go in, go out to Rylan Markel.
Marco going to kick it out to Tangeman. He's going to go up for 3. Not quite there.
Lodi going to bring it up on the very edge of the court there. Lodi going to drive in. Jones going to get called for a foul there. Lodi's going to go to the line. Tyler Lodi so far this season, he is 63%. Excuse me. Tyler Lodi's not going to go to the line. That is my mistake.
Had a reach-in foul there, number 33, Grant Brower. Orab swinging around the top of the key. Down to the baseline there to number 1, Mitchell Wolf.
We're really swinging around the arch there, looking for some kind of option to get in. Well, they're going to go with a shot by number 3, Edema. It's going to be contested. Another shot goes up by Sudbeck. That one's going to fall for the Orabs.
Number 2, Jagger Johnson over to number 33, Grant Brower. Brower down to Marco on the post.
Mayer goes under the basket. It's going to decide to go out to Grant Brower. Johnson with a 3. Very nice one there.
That ties the score at 13s.
Fast break up by Sudbeck.
Blocked by number 35, Caleb Mayer. Excellent play by Mayer there.
Orabs again going around the outside. Stolen by Grant Brower.
And it's going to be a dunk!
Big dunk by Grant Brower there. Very nice one. Those always get the crowd real into it, and I think they're really effective for team morale and crowd morale for that.
You get the crowd into the game, and it really starts to fuel the team.
Exactly right. It's it's a nice relationship that the team and the crowd have in any given game, you know. And was taking their time on the outside of the arch there. Brower looking for an option, going to go over to Tangeman. Tangeman going to drive in, up with it. Not quite there for him. He's going to get the rebound. That rebound is going to be called no good, though. Number 10, Radke going to inbound it for the Orabs this time. Radke looking for some options. Going to go with Van Beek. Or Sudbeck, excuse me. They're trying for another rejection there, but Sudbeck is going to get it in. That'll close out the first quarter. score is going to be Generals 15, Orabs 18. I think both teams had some really good things happen in that first quarter. Both consistent scoring. Generals really coming out strong with that press, really slowing down the ball and putting a lot of pressure on the Orabs.
Into the first quarter, Generals are shooting 60% from the 2, 43% from the 3, 50% from the field, and have not shot any free throws yet.
As for the Orabs, they are shooting 60% from the 2, 57% from the 3, 58% from field goal, and they have not shot any free throws yet this quarter either. Both teams have proven themselves to be equal threats on the outside and driving in under the basket there. So I think if the Generals want to pull this out, they're going to really have to focus on closing off those scorers on the Orabs. Brower with a corner shot right out of the gate there. Brower with a nice little 3 to start off the second quarter.
Brower with 10 points already, looking like he's going to really show up tonight.
Orbs going around the outside. Number 2, Ackerman with a shot. I was going to go with number 33, Sudbeck with another shot. Neither of those going to fall for the Orabs. Brower going to bring it up for the Generals now, taking his time up top, looking for some options. Going over to Carter Brower, down over to Jenis. Back around to Mayer. Mayer goes up with a shot. Not going to fall for him. That's going to be Orab's ball. Number 12, Lodi, going to shoot it out to Ackerman. Number 10, Radke going to try and drive in with it there. Couldn't quite find the basket. It's going to be General's ball. Over to Jenis. Just going to go down low to Johnson. Grant Brown up with a 3. That one's not going to fall from there either. The turnover. It's going to be Lodi bringing it up for the Orabs.
Pass goes a little long, going to be out of bounds there.
Carter Brower going to inbound for the Generals here. Orabs now seem to be running the press on the Generals.
Looks to be something similar to what the Generals are running in the first quarter.
Carter Brower up the shot. Carter Brower from downtown. I'll bring the Generals up to 21.
Orabs trying to get something going here, looking like they're going to set something up. High post, going to drive down to the block and go up for 2, and that's going to be good for the Orabs.
2 points for the Orabs by number 35, Marshall Klein-Hesselink. Another 3 by Carter Brower is going to fall for him. Carter Brower back-to-back.
Generals doing great offensively this quarter.
That's right. I think it has something to do with that team morale we said coming into the second quarter. Grant Brower got that dunk, and then right out of the gate he got that 3. Now Carter Brower's coming in here with some 3s. I think that's really just building up some steam for the Generals.
Grant Brower with 10 points and Carter with 9 already. Those Brower boys are really really becoming key players to this game tonight.
And let's not forget the nice little three that Johnson had earlier this quarter, too.
Absolutely. That was definitely a key role.
Just over 5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Going to be Orab's ball coming out of that timeout. Generals looking like they're going to put on a partial press here. Got 3 men down on that end of the court. A little 2-man trap action there.
Generals really trying to put the pressure on the Orabs here, and it looks like it's going to be working. They trapped him. Almost trapped number 35, Klein Hesselink up there.
Brower almost grabbing that almost intercepting that pass there.
Really tight D. Number 1, Wolf's going to get off a shot. That one's not going to fall for the Orabs.
Graham Brower looking to get something going here. Off to number 2, Jagger Johnson down in the corner.
Number 3 for Grant Brower. Bring the Generals up to 27, Orabs at 20. (23) over to 35. General's going to trap 35. He's going to be forced to go out to number 2, Ackerman. He's going to get a shot off. A 3 for the Orabs.
Grant Brower going to run the ball up for the Generals. Looking like we're setting something up here. Brower hands off to Marco. Marco back out to Johnson. Johnson's going to take that 3. Not quite there for him. Orab's going to grab that rebound.
Lodi over to number 23, Van Beek. Tries for a shot there, not going to fall for Van Beek. It's going to be recovered by Jagger Johnson. Orab's really closing off the Generals from driving in anywhere.
Bo Jennis not quite getting that 3 to fall for him.
Some subs going in for the Generals. You got number 21, Lane Tangeman, number 35, Caleb Mayer.
We got Johnson and Jennis coming out. Take a little break, take a breather. General still putting on that press that seems to be putting some good pressure on the Orab's offense.
Orab's going around the outside, looking for some kind of options here. General's coming right back at the Orabs, not letting them get any drives in. Gonna have to, shot goes up by number 33, Sudbeck, not there.
General's playing some phenomenal defense tonight.
That would have been a neat little pass from Tangeman to Brower there. Ball went out of bounds. Just about 3 minutes left here in the first half. Sudbeck going to bring up the ball for the Orabs. Carter and Grant Brower going to stay up on the Orab side, put the pressure on them. Orab's going around the outside of the arch, making some cuts across, looking for some inside options. Orab still going around the outside. Really gonna need to make something happen here.
General's playing some amazing zone defense.
Number 35, Klein Hesselink going to go up the shot. No good, recovered by Mayer. Carter Brower's going to bring it up for the Generals. Rylan Marco over to Mayer. Mayer over to Grant Brower.
Grant's going to drive in and hand off to Rylan Marco. He's going to drive in, go up for 2, but it's not quite there for him.
Sudbeck again going to bring it up for the Orabs. Sudbeck down to Klein Hesselink. Klein Hesselink going to back him down. Goes up with it. No good.
Rebounded by number 22 for the Generals, Rylan Marco. On a Tangeman in the corner, he's going to drive baseline and go for a jump shot, and that's good for 2 more for the Generals, making the score 29 Generals, 23 Orabs.
Generals again still putting that pressure on the Orabs. That pass is going to be intercepted by Tangeman.
Off to Marco there. Looks like he's trying to drive it. Going to pass back out to Mayer.
Mayer, baseline shot. That one's going to go in.
Nice little jump shot there by number 35, Caleb Mayer. Some great teamwork there, some great communication and passing.
Minute 10 left here in the half. Score is 31 Generals, 23 Orabs. I think you said it just right. Phenomenal offense and defense by the General, especially in this quarter. We really see them coming into their own. Each individual player and just them as a team as well. Like a well-oiled machine.
That zone defense the Generals are putting on is really starting to work for them. That's really making Sheldon really have to work hard to get anything down low where they want it to be. They're definitely keep looking for Klein Hesselink down on the block there, and Generals are doing a really good job of not letting them get down there.
I think so. And I think, earlier in the quarter, the Orabs really weren't closing off any drives in by the Generals, but coming in a little later, I think Generals have been getting some more things inside there.
Absolutely, I agree. The Generals are making use of a lot of their players have really nice speed and agility, and they're making use of that with that press.
Orabs going around the outside. Lodi going to drive in.
It's not
good for Lodi.
Rebounded by Carter Brower off to Grant Brower, who's going to really do some work and get 2 points there for the Generals. Amazing ball handling skills, getting him down into the lane there.
Tangeman and Brower really closing off number 2, Ackerman up top. He's going to get it down to Lodi, however. Orabs still going to go back to passing around the outside here. Possibly looking for a shot with Ackerman there. They go for a shot with Van Beek. That's going to fall for the Orabs.
Tangeman running the ball up for the Generals this time around.
10 seconds left here in the half. Grant Brower with a shot. No good. Recovered by Van Beek. Van Beek's going to bring it over to Lodi. Lodi down to 10. Radke tries to get a shot off for the buzzer. Not going to fall for him. That'll make the score at the half. Generals 33, Orabs 26. And I think just, I don't have thought when you brought up speed and agility of the Generals there. I think that something that's really been working in their favor, especially this season, is their stamina too. You know, I can't speak for the Orabs, but that's really a strength that the Generals have, and we'll see if that keeps up coming into the second half.
Yeah, they do a great job of conditioning during practice and making sure that they have the endurance to keep going. At the end of the half, we have Generals shooting 60% from the 2, 47 from the 3, and 52% from the field overall, and have not shot any free throws yet. Pretty clean game as far as fouls go.
Exactly. Well, we'll see you guys coming into the second half here. Thanks for tuning in. about 20 seconds here before the second half of this varsity boys basketball game gets started. If you're just joining us, or you want a little recap here of the first half, both teams putting up both teams putting up a good effort of on offense and defense. General's obviously showing up a little bit more on offense, putting up a 6-point lead above the Orabs. Seven-point lead above the Orabs.
Orab's gonna start the second half with the ball here.
Lodi gonna bring it up for the Orabs. Gonna go over to Wolf. Wolf back down to Lodi. Lodi's looking like he might want that drive in. Wolf with a pulls up with a 3 there. Carter Brower getting inbound for the Generals here.
Got number 21, Lane Tangerman at the point here for the Generals. Moving down to Mayer in the corner. Looking like we're trying to get something down low here is what they're looking for. Swinging the ball around the outside, waiting for something to open up in there.
Yeah, they had Grant Brower down at post there, but now he's going to come up to the top of the arch there.
Looks like we got a bit of a rotation going on here. High post, low post, outside. Quite a motion offense here. Carter Brower going to drive but gets stopped. Down to Lane Tangerman. Nice little pop, nice little layup for 2 there.
General's going back to that press on the Orabs. Really going to slow down the ball if like it did in the first half.
Yeah, they do a really good job of slowing up the Orabs' momentum and really making them take their time and get technical with it.
Terrell Lodi kind of had an open drive there for a layup. Didn't quite fall for him.
Mayer's going to drive baseline and get 2 on a reverse there.
Brower really putting the pressure on number 10 Radke there.
General's just overall playing a really good game tonight. Wolf's going to get 2 more for the Orabs there.
Lane Tangerman's going to bring it up. Orabs seem to be somewhat mirroring the press that the Generals had going on.
Mayer's going to drive baseline again. Oh, he's going to bounce it off his own foot there, though. Going to be Orab's ball.
Generals putting the pressure on. Lodi going to bring it up. Over to Wolf. Wolf going around the outside to Van Beek. I'm still going to look. That pass going to be stopped by Grant Brower. Grant Brower's going to draw the foul there.
Looks like he was.
He's going to go to the line for 2.
Looks like he was trying to get another dunk in there. Got stopped, got held up there. Was still able to get the points, though.
As I was going to say, held up by Lodi down there. Would have been impressed for another dunk, but we'll take an and one. Or some free throws.
Orab's looking to get something going here. General's doing an amazing job of that zone defense again.
Lodi really trying to drive inside there. Stopped by Mayer. Wolf's going to go for a shot from the corner. Not there for him. Tangerman going to bring it up for the Generals now.
Off to Brower. Trying to get the ball across half court there. Marco's able to get it done for him.
Marco bounce pass over to Carter Brower. Carter Brower, Grant Brower up to Mayer. Mayer with a nice little pump fake there is going to draw the defenders, and he's going to pull a nice little 2 in.
Carter Brower able to poke the ball. Looks like he's going to get called for a reach-in, however.
Generals seem to be letting off that press. They're going to let Lodi come across. Or it's still going to pass around the outside of the arch there. Wolf with the corner shot. going to be 3 for the Orebs by Wolf. Wolf leading the Orebs in scoring with 11 points. You know, deep pass down to Mayer for the Generals.
Going to work the ball around the outside a bit here. Down to the high post to Brower. He's going to turn around and put up a jump shot for 2, but it's not quite there for him.
That's going to be recovered by number 23, Van Beek.
Going to be a foul on the Orebs there, though. Lane Tangerman going to inbound the ball for the Generals. Gets it into number 23, Carter Brower. Pump fake. Dribbles in for a nice little jump shot for 2, but it's not quite there.
That pump fake really drawed in Lodi there. Really got him. Shot goes up by Sudbeck. That one's not going to go in for him. Sudbeck's going to go to the line. Sudbeck, sophomore so far this season, is 50% from the line. Little calmer coming in here to the third quarter. Brower already got that dunk. I think that might have heated things up a little bit, but you know, there's nothing wrong with playing some slow, methodical basketball. The second shot for Sudbeck's going to go in. I'll bring the Orebs up to 35. Generals sitting at 41.
Orebs still mirroring the Generals press a bit here with that, trying to do that 2-man trap. Generals able to get it across to number 33, Grant Brower. Not quite sure who that pass was intended for, but could have been for either Genis or Tangeman, but it didn't quite seem to work out there.
You know, with presses like that, those long passes are gambles sometimes. You really got to plan them out and make sure they don't get intercepted by the defense there.
That exactly that, and make sure that the intended recipient is aware that a pass is coming their way.
You go down. Orb's gonna go down low to Van Beek. He's gonna get fouled. Van Beek now at the line. Van Beek, a senior, is 81.3% from the line so far this season.
That foul there was on number 12, Bo Genis. That was his first foul of the night. Team's third for the half.
Van Beek, the Oreb's second leading scorer tonight with 6 points.
Got a 30-second timeout called here.
Just looking at the Oreb's lineup here and seeing how it reflects the points tonight. Tyler Lodi, usually the Oreb's second leading scorer, we have not seen a whole lot of action from him tonight. No points actually from him tonight, which is strange to see. But that doesn't always come out on offense with points. He's been doing a lot of work on defense, and we saw Carter Brower draw him a lot. But I think that's just because he's a really good defensive player. And really explosive defensive play as well.
Absolutely, and as far as the scoring goes, being the leading scorer, everyone's going to have their off nights where shots just aren't falling for them, and that just seems to be the case for him tonight. But maybe that'll change here in the second half.
Caleb Mary going to inbound it for the Generals.
Generals working to break that press. Genis able to get the ball across. Going to be stolen there by the Orebs, who are going to bring it back the other way. Getting some high-paced basketball going here. Up for 3. Number 10, Brennan Radke, not quite going to get there for it.
Oreb's going to let Brower cross the line there.
Tangeman going to go for 3, and it's good for the Generals.
Nice 3 by Tangeman there.
That was quite a deep shot there, but he was able to get it to drop.
Wolf going to drive in, stopped by Marco. Going to go out to Radke. Wolf with a shot, pulls up. There'll be another 3 for the Orebs by Wolf. Wolf now coming in with 14 points.
Orebs starting to chip away at that score differential there. General's going to have to maybe step it up just a little bit and open that gap up a bit again. There we go.
Wolf's going to get called for a reach in there. Really trying to get that ball off of Brower. Johnson's going to go in for the Generals, as well as number 2, Ackerman for the Orabs, and number 3, Edema going in for the Orabs as well. Brower calling out something up top there. Gonna pass off to Johnson. Johnson over to Jenis. Doing some passes off on top of the key there. Tanchman going out to Jenis.
Brower going to go in there. He's going to get 2.
Some fancy little ball work there. He's gonna find that path right to the basket.
Both of the Brower boys, Grant especially, really have sensational ball handling skills, and they really put him to work there and really make it work for him. Get down low and get some easy layups. Mayer going to take a baseball pass there for the Generals, but he's not going to quite be able to get the shot in.
Number 2, Ackerman going to bring it up for the Orabs. Excuse me. Lodi's going to go up to Ackerman. Ackerman with an easy little layup there. Going to be open to Jenis. Easy layup for Jenis to answer right back at the Orabs.
That was quite the pass down to Mayer on the three-point arc there, and he just nice little pass down to Jenis, and there was just no contesting that.
Ackerman's going to drive all the way in. Rejected by Johnson.
Brower going to bring the ball up. He's going to draw a foul there. Going to be 2 shots.
Brower again coming off the fast break. Maybe looking for a layup there. Maybe not a dunk because there were so many defenders on him at that time.
Grant Brower, a senior. The Generals' leading scorer at 17 points per game is shooting 71.4% from the free throw line so far this season. Makes that evident as he gets that first one to drop.
About 1:15 left in the third quarter here. Score is 49 Generals, 42 Orabs.
Brower getting that second free throw to fall as well.
General's gonna still let off that press they were running a little bit earlier. Stolen by Brower. Brower's gonna come in.
Whoa, gonna be quite the foul there. Pushed mid-air is what it looked like to me.
I think that's what happened. Pushed it on. Foul's gonna be on number 12, Lodi. Brower's gonna go to the line again. I'm just a little worried about the presses that were going a little bit earlier in the game. I think that this might be a testament to the Generals, but I think they were really easily able to break that press put on by the Orabs.
I think so too, absolutely. I think the big reason for that is it's a press that it's very similar to what the Generals are running, so they know the mechanics of it and the underlying mechanics, and that they know where its weak points are and where they need to do it in order to break it. Brower missing his first free throw there, but getting that second one to fall. Orabs were heavy on the left side there for a moment, but they balanced it back out.
Johnson going to get called for a push there on number 23, Van Beek.
He's going to go to the line for 2 shots there.
Van Beek, as we said earlier tonight, 81% from the line. First one's not going to get in there for him.
He's able to get the second one to fall, though. With a shot percentage of 81, you would think he'd at least make one of the 2. Bo Jennings going to go all the way in for the Generals for 2 more.
That was a really clean, nice play there. I didn't exactly catch. I think that was Carter Brower that passed in the Jenis on the drive in there, but that was really neat.
That was indeed Brower with the assist there. General's going to grab that rebound right there, and they're going to take it right back the other way nice and quick. General was really opening up that gap up again. It was at one point only a 5-point game. It is now a 10-point game again. General's 53, Orab's 43.
Johnson with a corner shot. That one's going to fall for Johnson.
Going to be 3 more for the Generals.
Shot goes up by Van Beek. Not going to go in for him. We'll round out the third quarter. Score is 56 Generals, 43 Orabs. Coming into the fourth quarter, you know, a lot of times we have critiques for some teams, but I think if the Generals just keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be able to pull out the W on this.
Absolutely, with a 13-point differential right now. If they can keep their hard zone defense up, and if they're able to keep the momentum on offense that they've been showing so far this game, they definitely have a very, very real chance of not letting the Orabs catch them.
That's right. I think the Generals are just doing a lot of things right tonight. It just seems to be the Generals' night. You know, good court awareness as we saw with that Brower-Genis play there.
Really good communication as well.
And then I think it just comes down to a lot of the shots have been falling for the Generals too.
Yeah, we've seen nights where Generals are able to get lots of shots off, but not able to really get anything to fall for them, and that's definitely not the case this evening.
If you look over the Orabs, they seem to have a pretty even spread of points. Mitchell Wolf obviously coming out on top with 14 points for the Orabs so far. And if you look over the Generals, it's still pretty even if you exclude Grant Brower there, who has scored 22 points this game. Looks like Orab's going to try to trap the Generals up at half there. Johnson's going to get the put in there. Pretty contested.
Able to get that ball up there with no foul drawn or nothing.
Shot by Lodi. He's not going to quite get in there.
Looks like there must have been an over-the-back call on the Orabs or something there. Oh, it's going to be a push on the Orabs, and it's going to be General's ball. Orabs with 2 more team fouls this half, and the Generals currently with 6. Generals with 4.
Here's the Orabs really putting the pressure on again, starting up that press again in order to close that gap a little bit. Johnson going to drive baseline over to
Trevin Wasman.
Number 10. Radke up with a shot. That one's going to go long for him.
Marco down to Wasman. Wasman's going to go back out to Marco. He's going to go up for 3. Bounces out of bounds off of the backboard for him. Excuse me, Brower, not Marco. You know, number 22, number 23.
For 33, Sudbeck going to bring it up for the Orabs now. Lodi maybe looking for that look inside. He's going to drive in himself.
Going to draw a foul on that one. Going to take 1 shot from the charity stripe as well.
Look at Lodi so far this game. Tyler Lodi, 63% from the line this season.
He's able to get that 1 shot in. Orab still putting on and really starting to get intent on that press there.
I think that just stems from them really wanting to close that gap between the Generals.
Currently a 12-point differential with the Generals sitting at 58 and the Orabs at 46.
Generals are going to let off on the Orabs, it seems. Not playing super tight D before they get across there.
Picking them up pretty heavy on their side of the court, though.
That one's going to fall for Sudbeck.
That was a deep 3 there. That was a pretty good shot.
That's going to get a traveling call on Brower there. He gets trapped at half court, and they're going to draw the traveling on him. Generals timeout here. About 6:15 left in the game. Orbs have closed that gap to 9 points. You know, a little earlier in the game we mentioned the general stamina, and I think this will be really when it comes into play. If they can keep up some tough defense on the Orabs, I think that they'll be able to counteract the the pretty consistent scoring that the Orabs usually have, and I think they'll be able to balance out or cancel out that the press that the Orabs are putting on the Generals right now.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. That stamina is really. Like you said earlier, Tanner, we really can't speak for the Orabs as far as that goes, but if the Generals do indeed have more stamina than the Orabs, that's really going to become evident here as we close out the game.
Look, I believe all the Orab starters are back in.
They're really going to try and close that gap up as quick as they can here in these remaining 6 minutes.
Van Beeken inbound it for the Orabs coming in. That was going to be called on the Generals there. Number 33, Sudbeck, going to go to the line. And foul's getting called on the Generals there. Up to the bureau to really decide if those are warranted or not, I suppose.
Quite personally, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what that last call was.
You know, I couldn't speak to that either. That first one's not, or that free throw's not going to fall in for Sudbeck. Well, I'm putting on some pressure on Brower here. He's going to be able to break it with Tangeman.
Brower's going to take a 3-point shot, and that's going to fall for another 3 points for the Generals, bringing them into the 60s as far as points goes. 61 for the Generals and 49 for the Orabs.
Remember, Brower's going to get a steal there.
Going to get called for a carry, though. Loses a little bit of control on the ball there. See that happen from time to time, as contested as he was.
That's right. I think he was right up there with Lodi. I think who was the defender there.
Speaking of Lodi, he's going to take the inbound pass.
General's putting on a press here on the Orabs.
Orabs looking to get something going down here now again. Looks like they're looking for that low man like we've been seeing for the better part of the game here, but they're going to decide on a 3-point shot, which Johnson is going to rebound after it bounces out. Orabs deciding to not put the press on this time, give the Generals a chance to set up a bit.
They will do that. Brower's going to cut down low.
Marco with the jump shot, and it's not quite long enough to fall for him.
Low's going to bring it up for the Orabs. He's going to drive in, go over to Van Beek with a shot. A little long for Van Beek. Clyde Hesseling's going to get it. But he's going to get contested down there by Marco.
Going to be a blocking foul there on
Van Beek. Brower's going to go to the line.
Going to be shooting 1-and-1 here.
About 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. 61 for the Generals, 49 for the Orabs.
Make that 62 for the Generals as Brower puts that first free throw in. Second one is good as well. Generals putting that press on the Orabs again here.
They try and stop Radke. He's going to get over to Lodi. Lodi down to Sudbeck.
Corner shot's not quite there, and Tangeman grabs that rebound.
Orabs again going to let the Generals get across half there. Mayer looking for somebody to pass it off to. He's going to go to Grant Brower.
Tangeman over to Johnson.
Mayer setting up some screens. Brower's going to get the ball. Maybe looking to take the shot there. He's going to go back out to Johnson.
Mayer looking like he was going to drive baseline there again. That seems to be his seems to be his go-to. Tangeman going to get fouled on the shot. They're going to be 2 shots from the line.
Generals really looking like they were looking for some inside options there, but Tangeman's going to get fouled on the inside, and they're going to get some free throws. Tangeman so far this season.
Tangeman, a senior this year, averaging about 7.4 points per game, is shooting 75% from the free throw line. Makes that evident as he gets that first one to drop.
You know, as we've watched him so far this season, Tangeman a really reliable scorer for the Generals. Always reliable from the outside and on the inside there as well. Just a good offensive player. Then was really putting the tight D on the Orabs there. Tangeman's going to tip that pass. Marco's going to get a handle on it. Tangeman's going to get. That foul is going to be on number 33, Sudbeck. He's going to run up and really get a push on Tangeman there. Tangeman's going to go to the line again.
Going to be shooting 1 and 1 this time, folks. He's able to get the first one to drop, meaning he's going to get one more. Let's see if he can't put this one in as well. Generals really holding the defense, really holding the Orabs at 49 there.
Exactly. I think that has to do with the press that they're running like now that we're seeing right here.
It really puts a lot of stress on the Orabs, causes them to make some risky passes that, just like that one right there, often ends up in the Generals blocking it or grabbing the ball from them.
You know, like we said earlier, those presses often result in you're gonna have to take those long passes, and those long passes are risky.
Generals really putting the stress on the Orabs here, doing a great job of poking the ball out and really making the Orabs work and making really clean passes and really clean plays.
Lodi with a shot from outside. Not there. Brower's going to get a handle on it. He's going to bring it up for the Generals.
Not really pressing too hard there. Just going to pick him up at half court.
Brower really doing some ball work there to try to shake his defender. Brower's going to stay high up away from the arch there. Going to go back down to Tangeman, down to Carter Brower.
Carter's going to have to use his dribble and get up to the top of the key to Rylan Marco. He's going to give it right back to Brower. General's looking to get something going here.
Really playing it far up from the arch there with Grant Brower. Maybe possibly trying to draw those defenders out since he's such a target on offense.
I think that's definitely what I think they're really trying to get, kind of try to pull the defense away from the paint there and try and able to get something down low.
Either way, Mayer's going to go to the line now. Mayer, a junior, he's going to be 66.7% of the line so far this season. Now we're talking about reliable players on offense. That's going to be Mayer too. A lot of times we see him down at post, but he'll get some shots off during a game as well, and he's just good all around.
Yeah, tall guy, so he does really good down low, but he's not afraid to pop a few threes up in the air himself either, and he is definitely known for making them.
Radke with a shot. That's gonna fall for the Orabs.
Gonna be a 1-minute timeout called by the Orabs there.
About 2:25 left in the game here. As the teams are going to a timeout here, if we just look ahead to the schedule of both these teams. Sibley Cheaton on Friday is going to be playing Okoboji at Okoboji. And as for the Orabs, they're going to be playing George Little Rock at home. Earlier this season, the Generals did play Okoboji earlier this season, and they pulled out a win with that. The score was 61-57. Close game.
That one was a bit of a nail-biter, if I remember properly, from the first part of the season when they played him at home. If memory serves me correctly, I do believe that went into overtime the last time the Generals played Okoboji.
I'm sure it's going to be a nail biter again. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see what the teams have learned from their time after that game, and see what kind of new stops both teams can pull out.
Carter Brower's going to inbound the ball for the Generals here. Orab's really putting on a strong press, but he's able to get the ball into his brother, Grant. Tangeman going to bring the ball all the way down, pass off to Mayer. Fumbles the ball a bit, but he's able to get the shot up for 2 and put up more points for the Generals there.
Mayer gets the points in with 3 defenders on him at that time. Really impressive.
I think that height is definitely an advantage for him.
Tangeman's going to come down to the line here. 2 shots for Tangeman.
First one looks like it bounced out there.
As the score stands right now, is General 71, Orab's 54. 2 minutes left. And I think the Generals, if they just keep up the pace that they're going, they're going to be able to pull off a nice win here tonight.
Absolutely. Orab's going to take 2 more there. Still putting on that tough press.
Energy really coming up here in the last 2 minutes, as it often does, especially with the Orab really being really explosive on defense there, really trying to stop any passing by the Generals.
Playing a really tight defense. Look like they have a 3-man trap going up top there.
That's going to be a foul on number 33, Sudbeck. Big reach in right there. Really wanting to get that ball away from Tangeman. Tangeman's going to go to the line once again.
Going to be shooting 2 as Sheldon is up to 12 team fouls, putting the Generals in the double bonus.
That'll be 3 fouls for Sudbeck so far this game. Not the top on the Orabs though. Lodi's going to have 4 fouls this game so far.
As for the Generals go, Brower has the most fouls right now, sitting at 4 himself.
Jones playing a little easy on the Orabs there. Sudbeck with a shot. Radke, that was Radke, excuse me.
Going to fall short for him, not quite able to get it there. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be General's ball.
Orab's also taking it easy on the Generals here with about a minute left. Tangeman going to bring it up, going to go to Brower.
I think they're back in that press off, so they really have a chance to focus on picking him up as soon as they get to the other side of the court.
That's right. I think with about a minute left, they just really want to make this the best game as they can.
Definitely. Tangeman going to try and get down low there, but he's stopped there by 2-man trap.
Tangeman with some fancy ball work trying to get past his defenders.
Generals looking like they're just kind of stalling the clock here. Not really trying too hard to score, just kind of passing the ball around. Going to be a foul there on Wolf. Only his 2nd foul for the night, but that's the team's 13th for the half. Going to put Brower at the line for 2.
Yeah, that's right. Generals were really playing it high off the arch there. That first one's going to fall for Brower. About 30 seconds left. Just as we round out the game, I think this game was just a testament to the General stamina and offensive and defensive, and just their skill on both those sides too.
Absolutely, both teams played a good game in their own ways. Orabs really did a pretty good job of breaking the Generals' press toward the end of the game.
That's right, and I thought the Orabs, if we just want to say a few things about them. They put up a really great game. This is an exciting game at points because they have some strong players too. Looking at Wolf, he's really dangerous from that 3.
Absolutely, and as far as the Orabs go, they at one point it was only a 4-point game. They were sticking right with the Generals for some time there during the 2nd quarter.
That's right. Well, that'll round out the game. Final score was Generals 75, Orabs 56. We look at the entire game here. Generals were 63% from the 2, 53% from the 3, and free throws were 79%.
Sheldon was 53% from the 2, 35% from the 3, 42 from the field in general, and only shooting 8 free throws, making 5 of them for 63%. General's really showing a clean game. There are only 8 fouls throughout the entire game there.
That's right.
Well, 8 shooting fouls, that is.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you at the next home game.